Oh, there we go. Let's see if we can get the camera without too much. There we go. Okay. So, in regards to portable USB things, this was the winner of the standard USB keys that I had. This is 64 gigabytes is maximum. Sadly, only 64 gigabyte, but if you just need it for portable applications, it's very small, it's easy to carry, and it's it works pretty good. And I tried some other ones, a good amount of months ago and all that, but I just wanted to further thing in regards to so this is the Verbatimes, USB little thing here. It's very small, it doesn't weigh much, and you could have it in the keys and all that. It does pretty good, even if it's just a standard USB thing, key. It does pretty good with portable applications. It's in regards to the testing and the lower ish data, because that's the most important thing in regards of if you want to have portable applications. They have a lot of small files, and thereby it needs to read and write small files quickly and all that. So another option is a standard SSD, and you get one of these. Although I don't really like, they're they're pretty heavy, but they're fast for sure. We have this one as well, although I just glued a little. That was for the old form. What was that? SATA, I think. No, that the SATA form, SATA form, and this was the version that they actually carried before this one in regards of design, which was much better because you can actually see if you're running USB 2 or USB. No, is that USB 3? Or is it USB 1 or 2? I think it's 2 or 3. Yeah. So because it changes I think it's USB 2 and USB 3, right? The blue one is USB 3, if I recall. It just, but in any case, it actually shows you, in regards of the diode that is fixed in regards of if it's either or not. And it also shows in regards of loading and all that. This new design is bullshit. It doesn't show you if it's USB 2.0 or 3.0, and the loading bullshit of this is just absolute nonsense. So, the only good thing with this design is that it's smooth. So, whereas this is a little more, but you could get one of these, take a standard hard drive, and it will run pretty quickly. For sure, in the lower end, you won't have any problem with the portable applications, or maybe a system overall. So this is pretty much my primary key, although I would have liked the old design that you just saw here. But again, there's some difference in regards, if I recall, NFSS or something like that. Two different kinds of forms of hard drives, the SATA, and I think it's called the NFSS. My brain is not. It's some time since and sadly, this one was the wrong thing in regards of it's the SATA thing and all that. Although I did have a SATA thing that I got to it and all that, but yeah, whatever. So I got this. This was the primary. First, I got the. I think. How did I go? No. I first bought the first one, and that was broken. All that, and I had to. Anyway, whatever. But these are working very nice. You won't have any problems in regards to the portable applications. But because they're as fast as any hard drive, so it's on the lower end and all that. It's just no problem in regards to portable applications. Um, of course, it will, of course, be a little more expensive, although it depends in regards to the size and all that. Then we have, these, which are made from SanDisk, and they're also pretty speedy SSD and all that. Although they are somewhat, they're pretty big as well. Although they are a lot lighter than the other thing. You even have, if you put the metal thing here on as well. I don't know why you would, but anyway, yeah. So you have, it's pretty, this This is lighter, although I could check. Yeah, I could check something to check it. Let's see. Yeah. Of course, it's not a really, really biggie, right? But here we go with the, I guess the hashy measurement thing. I think I actually did I get it from the I can't remember, but it's one of these, gram thing, that. Yeah, let's see this one, right? Yeah, little here. 36.3 grams, and this one would be somewhat lighter for sure. Yeah, 17.4. And the last one, even with this one, 4.4. So, in regards of lightweight and all that, this would be the winner, although it's also the slowest. It's also the cheapest in some sense, although you only have 64 gigabyte. If you need to have a hard drive thing, you need to first buy the case and then the hard drive and all that. Although this one goes up to one terabyte, I think. And if you buy these, you can actually get 2 terabytes, and you can actually get them for the same price. If you buy the SATA thing and all that, and find the version, I think it's called, I can't remember, but there's a form of very cheap SATA thing, and you can actually get 2 gigabytes instead of 1 gigabyte for pretty much the same price, pretty much. Although it's a little heavy and all that, but yeah. But if you want to be very sure that you can run portable applications and all that, and have the speed and all that, you know, the SSD is pretty much the way to go. This is the fastest, although it also have a pretty expensive hard drive in it, because I couldn't really get anything. I needed a hard drive. I think I bought I think this one was a mistake in regards of it didn't work with, I can't remember, but whatever the case, I ended up buying a more expensive hard drive than I really was, and that's in this one. Um, so that's what it is, but it's working pretty good. Um, but yeah, this one is good as well in regards of the SanDisk. I think they had some where the price went down, so maybe I'm not entirely sure. But the biggest one they had was 1 terabyte. This is just 128 gigabyte, so I could test them in regards of things. So that's the 128 gigabyte. It again, it's okay. It's pretty good. It's not bad. It runs portable applications and all that. Although if on heavier load in regards to moving files and all that, this one is absolutely the best. I had the SATA thing, which I'm now using the SATA in the computer. I might have physically damaged the hard drive a little. It's still working, although it has some bumps in the road when you test it now that it didn't have in the beginning. And I'm not sure if this is because of maybe a little damage. I'm not sure, but it's not, it's running. It's still running. It doesn't crash or anything like that. I'm not entirely sure if that's or if it's just because I filled it up and then it became slow. So I would actually think that it was because I began to fill it totally up that it became slow. That hasn't happened with this hard drive, and of course I wouldn't really expect just because you fill it up to two terabytes. Why would it become slow? And I tried to empty it again and all that, and it still have the same hiccups in some sense. So I might have damaged it. I'm not entirely sure, but that was a SATA, the cheapest version, pretty much in regards of an SATA. It works pretty good. Again, if you want some, it's still much better than these, these smaller ones. Although this one is actually very nice. It's actually pretty good in regards to the lower. So this is the winner of the small ones. I had some of these other small things from Kingstone and was like D-Lock or something like that. But this Verbentine was absolutely the winner. So if you just need a little thing for having in your keys or something like that, and some portable applications running, you can just take this. It was be a very cheap option, and it sticks pretty good in the USB as well. It's very stiff in it, so it seems a little bigger than some of the others. But yeah, it sticks pretty good into the hard drive, the computer, and it sticks, which is nice. It's nice when it actually just, when it actually stays there, right? So it doesn't go very far out of the computer, and it would be a very hard, it doesn't just slip out, it sticks pretty good, it just sits there. So if you need it out, you need to have a good pull, or you can pull the string. That's primarily the reason I actually have the string, is because it's a little easier to just pull the string and to get it out, because it can be a little hard to pull it out. But yeah, but that's not a bad thing actually. It's nice to have it stick. It's not so far, so it doesn't go out. So it does. You don't have any problem with it sticking too far out and all that. So, but yeah, sadly, you can only get these in 64 GB. Not any higher. So, and this one, I think the smallest of these are 128. Of course, this one is absolutely faster than this one. So but if you want a cheap option, a very lightweight option, you know, this one would do it, like 64 GB Verbin time. So can't remember all the stats totally, but I can remember which one was the fastest and all that. This one was all, this little guy is also pretty fast. The problem is that, well, I guess it's not a biggie problem, but if you move a lot of files and all that, it begins to jump down. So many of these SSDs, they start up here like really running, and then they just bomb. When you move a lot of big files and all that, I guess they get heated and all that, and then they just go down in regards of their what do you call it? But yeah, still, if you're running portable applications and all that, it's shouldn't really. But yeah, it's a little big. But you could have it in your keys. Um, this is one is it doesn't feel very heavy compared to the other one that would feel a little more heavy and a little more bulky to have in your keys. Although I guess this one actually doesn't have anything where you can actually have it in your keys, which actually the other one I think actually did have. No, it actually the first one I bought or wanted to try out actually did have where you could put it in your keys, which was the whole idea of it. But yeah, it's apparently these others don't have that. This one have the thing that you can hang it in your keys, and this one as well. And I know there exists some cover things as well where you can actually do it. Again, the first one I bought had this feature, but didn't work and all that. So, but yeah, and maybe I should try to buy one of those again and see if it actually works or something like that. They didn't really. Yeah, they couldn't send me a new one because it was too late. I bought the thing, and I didn't have the resources to buy a hard drive and all that. So at the point I got the hard drive, apparently they didn't want to exchange it because apparently that was too long and whatever. I don't know. I can't remember it all, but they didn't. So whatever, I just gave it 1 star. It's just disgusting. Now we have a little sun outside. That's nice. I tried to get some sun here, and then it just all these clouds just came about. But maybe the sun is coming out again. So maybe that's a possibility of, well, I ordered some. Well, we'll see. At least the thing started up in regards to charging the battery and all that. Of batteries. I'll stop again. 1 watt at the moment, apparently. Why is it only 1 watt? It seems pretty good outside. The light. Maybe it's only. But anyway, okay. I guess the clouds are getting But yeah, so if you need a little one just to test it out or something like that in regards to portable applications, this would be fine, you know. Um, if you want to go a little higher scale in regards of speed and all that, and don't mind that it's a little bigger and all that, you could just take one of these in regards of SanDisk, you know. I think, yeah, it was also SanDisk that actually. Yeah, okay, but anyway, it's an SSD, so it's absolutely a lot better than these. I can't remember the overall stats and all that, but the it's a pricing thing. This is actually not bad, you know. This little guy is actually not bad. This Time 64 gigabyte. Of course, if you want more space than 64 gigabyte, you will need to go higher up, either having one of these or one of these you know hard drive cases. And these hard drive cases, you need to open them up yourself and fix the hard drive. You need to buy a hard drive, put the thing in it, and yeah, and then you are good to go. And you can also get these, you know, some of the versions that have where you can put them in your keys and all that. But yeah, they are bulky. They are weighing a little more than you know. You can feel it. You know, 28.6. Well, that was without the. Although I don't think you would have the. Oh, where is it? There we go. Just I don't think I would have this on anyway, but the top of it. But yeah, 36.2 grams. And well, let's take this one again. Let's see here. Yeah, it's 17.3. So 17.3. Let's see here. 17.3 times 2. Yeah, so that's over double the amount, pretty much, right? Yeah, over double the amount of weight you have on this one. Although you can fix it up to 2 terabyte with the hard drives. You can only get one terabyte on this one. But yeah, it is half the weight. And then you have this one little guy here, which of course is only 4.3, around 4.3 with the thing here. So that's for, yeah, that's what, three times at least, not three, four. That's a lot. I can't remember. 17 divided by 4, right? 4, 8, 12, 16. So that's, you know, yeah, four times as over four times as in regards to weight and all that. Although again, you only get 64 gigabyte, but if you just need something to just have along or something like that, 64 gigabyte, it can have a lot of applications, even if they are overloading applications and this and that in these days. So yeah, that was pretty much, that's the options pretty much that I've looked into, and I'm using this now, although it is, the heaviest choice and all that. But yeah, that's the best that I pretty much, this one have 128 gigabyte. I could use this. It also feels a lot more, light for sure. It would, and it fits into some, you know, um, keys. Where's my keys? That's a good question. Everything tends to. Well, anyway, you can fix it in your keys. Although I'm not. I guess it will be okay. Just it doesn't really okay. I guess you could ruin it. But I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It's plastic. Fantastic. Apparently, it's very very slim. I guess it will do. It's just I'm a little concerned about it that it's. But maybe it's okay without any issues. But I would be maybe a little concerned about it. Because I don't think it's metal. I just think it's plastic. It does seems pretty solid, but yeah, okay. It just should have tested it thor- thoroughly, right? But yeah, anyway, but it's okay. Can't remember the prices on those. I guess I could check the prices. Let's see, a verb in time. I don't know if they will come up with a bigger version of these. But yeah, if you're going to get a small USB or USB key, just a standard USB key, these are the way to go. absolutely the best of the absolutely the winner of the ones that I tried. 64 gigabyte USB key or flash drive apparently. And again, it's in the smaller dimension that isn't the important thing in regards of uh, of portable applications. And they've done a lot of things to try to make things hard for us in regards of, because they don't want us to have the freedom that we should have and all that. They also have another Verbentine stick. I'm not. That's also pretty small. USB 3. That's what, $15 or something like that. Although I don't know if that works as well as this one and all that. But that's the same Verbentine and all that. Very small, although you can't really. There doesn't seem to be anything in regards of. I guess you could maybe use it for a swap drive. I don't know. Uh, if you wanted to like have a Linux extra swap drive or something like that. I don't know if that would actually work around. At least have it available. You could in some sense. I just fixed my swap drive as well to 10 gigabyte instead of 1,240 megabyte makes 10 gigabyte. Um, apparently, I've ended up using all of my RAM a couple of times, and I only had 1 gigabyte of swap, a little less than 1 gigabyte, I guess, because 1,000 megabyte. It should have been 1,024 megabyte to 1 gigabyte. But I didn't expect to actually fill up my. Oh, be right back. Some food. Nice. Tusind tak. Jo, tak og lige måde. Hej. Oh yeah, there we go. Some food. Oh yeah, and some. Yeah, it's not the healthiest thing. Yeah, great. Oh yeah. I guess he looked a little in regards of my new. Yeah, just took the hair off and all that. So yeah, so the Verbentine. See if we can find it. Verbentine. Isn't there anything in regards of the name or anything like that? 64 gigabyte USB. It was called something in regards of gold, something of that gold, Verbentine gold. That's around the same price, I guess, around $10 to $15. You can, and I guess I think it comes with a metal thing. I guess I took the metal thing, or actually, I guess I used the metal thing for the others. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I guess if you can just fix a metal thing if you know. Well, yeah, whatever. So yeah, 64 gigabyte. It's 3.2 USB 3.2 apparently. So whatever. Yeah, and $15 around $15. It's not, if you just wanted to try to have some portable applications and here and there, have them on your go and all that, it's a very luring, thing. And I thought about, instead of all this big and all that, of course you can have more files and all that, but do you need it? That's the question. Yeah, 15. The other one is a little more expensive, and of course the hard drive is the most expensive in regards of having a hard drive and buying the case and all that. So yeah, but the Verbentine, very yeah, does very good. Very surprised that actually does very good. Very, very good in regards of and portable applications and systems and all that are running pretty good from it, as far as I can see in regards of my testing. Although applications tend to, it's like LibreOffice, for example, just incredible slow on some of, it's incredible. I ended up going back to OpenOffice because OpenOffice, which is also not only because of the slowness, but the LibreOffice was going astray from the standard, how it was working and all that. Absolutely disgusting. Anyway, I'm going to eat, and may Jehovah be with